Hey you, the one looking at the screen. Do you think you're prepared for the zombie apocalypse? Well, if not, then you should probably stick around, because I'm about to bring you another epic Americanized zombie video. So sit back, relax, load your shotguns, and take some notes carefully so you don't get eaten by the zombies.
If you're looking for some cool ways to prepare for the zombie apocalypse but can't think of anything unique, you've come to the right place. There are many different strategies and tactics you might want to employ when the unliving are walking the earth. From some interesting ways to modify your zombie attack vehicle, to currency that you could use during the end of times, here are the coolest ideas for the zombie apocalypse. Number 12. Bear traps. Bear traps are weight-trigger mechanisms that can clamp down on the feet of unsuspecting victims. They're normally used for hunting bears, and if it can hunt bears, we'd assume that they should work against zombies. These are normally placed under some leaves for camouflage, and the best possible result would have it completely immobilize the zombie in the location where you set the trap. If the trap snaps off its leg completely, then you gotta worry about ankle biters on the loose, which can also be quite sneaky. There are also a few spring-triggered traps that won't let go quite easily, so make sure you don't step on them by accident. This one we see here is a double spring steel bear trap made in New York during the 19th century. This was commonly used for immobilizing black bears around the area of the Great Lakes, and we think it would have a similar outcome against zombies. Worst case possible, the trap won't go off, or they'll be walking around with a clunky metal trap on their foot, making them less mobile. Number 11. Rooftop modification. Height is going to be a huge advantage when it comes to staying safe against zombies. One way to make sure that they won't get to you would be by building some kind of shelter on the roof of your house. This will also maximize space and give you a good vantage point. We've seen many people recently style their rooftop to become more accommodating, and this might not work on every house. But if there's somewhere on your roof that's flat, you could fortify it and find a reliable way to get up and down. You definitely don't want to waste the space on your roof. Get plenty of mounted machine guns or grenade turrets to release your fury on the undead below. Number 10. Gain electric fences. You don't want zombies breaking through your windows, and you want to keep them as far away from your living room as possible. It's widely believed that stun guns or other electrically charged weapons can prove to be extremely effective versus zombies, and if this is the case, an electrically charged fence around your zombie compound would be the ultimate barrier. We don't think any chain link fence is going to keep you safe from zombies, so it seems like it would be necessary to give a little bit of electrical boost. There is a little bit of a debate about how exactly electricity will mobilize zombies, but touching a high voltage fence, this can cause a fairly gruesome wound at the point of the entrance, potentially amputating a limb. It wouldn't be as effective to zombies as it would be against people, but it should give you an advantage. High-powered electric fences can be also solar-powered, so as long as the sun hasn't completely been blocked out by ash, this could prove to be a useful way to fortify your zombie-proof house. Number 9. Get a guard dog. Dogs are going to stick out as one of the best pets to have during the zombie apocalypse right away. Imagine that your cat certainly isn't going to help you fight off zombies by any means, and they are essentially useless. Dogs have super hearing capabilities, a keen nose, and enhancing these senses will certainly help you survive. Dogs are quite trainable, and one of them might be able to actually mobilize a zombie for you, giving you a chance to finish it off. German Shepherds are going to be one of the best breeds to have, and do your best to train them not to bark quite as much. German Shepherds have been used by police and the military as a key component in their arsenal. Releasing the hounds from your compound might prove to be an effective method of vanquishing the undead intruders. Hopefully the virus doesn't spread to animals, or you may have to deal with zombie dogs. Number 8. Zombie bucks. A majority of our money sits inside a bank or is a digital number on a screen. But when the zombie apocalypse is here and computers aren't working, that money essentially becomes useless. Other things like silver and copper coins containing valuable metals have been minted specifically for the zombie apocalypse, like you see in this photo. They're what are known as zombucks. It's difficult to say what exactly will have the most value, but things like fuel, seeds, medicine, and bleach are also good things to start with. However, having a form of currency that could have some practical value to it certainly makes sense. Your paper currency is probably best used as toilet paper at this point in the apocalypse, but certain preppers will be ready for the barter system to take over. You can expect each zombug to have at least $5 worth of trade value to it, but who knows what it might go for during the apocalypse. Number 7. Survival capsule. Sometimes astronauts will land in strange places when they come back to Earth, but they're able to survive for a decent amount of time inside their survival capsules. It's basically like a safe space from zombies or natural disasters that you can hide out at a moment's notice. Of course, you won't want your survival capsule to become your coffin, so you have to customize it properly with enough resources. Many of us cringe at the thought of being confined to a small area for a long period of time, but you can eventually learn to like it. Make sure it's airtight, with oxygen masks and plenty of food, water, and even a seatbelt. You should also make sure it's light enough to float on water and consider some kind of window so you can know when it's safe to come out. Number 6. Get a trampoline. Now imagine, the zombies are in your house and are knocking on your bedroom door. It's only a matter of minutes before they break through the lock you have on it. What exactly should you do? Possibly consider placing a trampoline directly under your bedroom window. That way, in case you need to jump, you land safely without a broken leg. With a carefully placed drop-off, you can also secure your bug-out bag. We normally wouldn't recommend jumping from your second-story bedroom window and onto a trampoline, but if the zombies have already infiltrated your house, it might be okay to jump. Number 5. Freeze-dried milk cheese. We know what you're thinking, you can't solely survive off of top ramen, and you're not sure if you can survive the zombie apocalypse without some form of cheese. It won't be the tastiest prepper food to eat out there, but it'll be safe and still have enough nutritional value to keep you going. Not only that, but it'll basically never go bad. Something you should consider is buying in bulk freeze-dried milk. It might be the only way to have dairy during an apocalyptic time, especially if the cows turn into zombies. There's even ways to make cheese out of it. It might be the only way to eat cheese in the future unless you got your own cow. It might take a little bit of research online and some practice on how to make it, but you should be enjoying some cheese during the end of times. Number 4. Build an air cannon. Trying to take out more than one zombie at a time can prove to be difficult, and you might consider bringing some heavy machinery to the battlefield. It's always important to try to remain as silent as possible, so using gunpowder isn't always an option. This uses compressed air, the same as paintball guns, to launch projectiles. This massive beast is an air cannon that entered the contest known as the Pumpkin Chunkin' Contest, where people fire pumpkins using only air power. These can be dangerous, so if you don't know what you're doing, be sure to study up on it properly. The air cannons can be made just as large as the cannons we've seen in the Civil War, only much quieter. With enough pressure, they should also be able to blast through the barricade of the place that you're trying to get access to, or fire projectiles at zombies from a safe distance. Number 3. Vehicle bumper bars. Chances are that jaywalking will become much more common during the zombie apocalypse. This is why a reinforced bar would be a good option to protect yourself and the front of the car from zombies, just in case. You're probably accustomed to seeing these on police cars who utilize them when mobilizing suspects' cars. The bumper bar will basically bring your car to the next level. Your best bet would be to get them made from lighter metal materials such as aluminum or titanium, so you don't slow yourself down too much. Try to get it customly made so it won't cover up your headlights. What's great about the bumpers is that you can really put them just about on any model, whether you drive a Honda or a Jeep. Some other things that you should really consider are some upgrades on your headlights and your windshield wipers. Some chain link fence on the windshield might help out too. Number 2. Remote control reconnaissance. Once zombies have taken over, choosing the right time to leave your hideout is key. Either you plan to live in your home for a long time and have plenty of food stored up, or you're gonna get in your zombie getaway vehicle and get the heck out of Dodge. You really don't want to get stuck in traffic, and it's going to be important to survey the wreckage that's consumed civilization. This is where a drone or remote control vehicle with cameras becomes essential. You can launch your drone from your window and see if your neighbors are okay, see which routes to mountains are possible, or gain some info on the best ways to neutralize zombies. An RC car might work okay for a while, but don't expect to get it back. At number 1, fat bikes. Bicycles are great for the zombie apocalypse, and being able to have a vehicle that runs on your own energy will prove to be useful if looting gasoline proves to be difficult. Fat bikes are an oversized off-road bicycle which can allow riding on unstable or soft terrain such as snow, sand, bogs, and mud. This will allow you to take your bike just about everywhere you go without worrying too much about a flat tire. These grew to popularity in the 1980s in places like Alaska and have been used in Antarctica. You won't have too much difficulty taking these to your next hiding spot during the zombie apocalypse. These are still quite popular in remote places such as Canada, Finland, and the US, so there's a chance you can find one, but don't rely on that being your only way to obtain a fat bike. These may require you to be in decent physical condition to operate, so hit the gym already.